Peace, love, and light. Hello, everyone. Greetings. I hope you all are doing so very well. So this video is about why we are deciding to move back to the continent. It has been something that I have been wanting to do for a very, very long time. And I am so excited that the time has finally come where the universe is supporting this big move. So we are planning to make Alkebulan, otherwise known as Africa, our permanent home this spring. So many of you know by the other videos that my son and I had the privilege and honor of visiting the continent just this fall. At the end of summer, pre-fall, we were in Tanzania, and we enjoyed ourselves so very much. And we really particularly enjoyed Arusha. We are not going to be returning to Tanzania immediately. So we are going to initially, this time around, go to West Africa and stay on that side for a while, just to see how things are there and to see if that's somewhere we would like to make our permanent home, as opposed to Tanzania. I still have land that I have picked out and put a deposit on in Tanzania, and I intend on solidifying that and building on that land. But my spirit, when we returned back from Tanzania, my spirit was pushing me. We had already decided that we were going to be back as soon as possible. So initially we were like, okay, let's just go back in the spring, we'll visit, and we'll kind of determine from there, where we want to be. And then as I got home, I began to meditate, and just as the days went by, something inside of me was like, you need to travel to West Africa. You have to go to West Africa. So I had decided that, okay, that's what we're going to do. This time around, instead of going back to Tanzania initially in the spring, we're going to go to West Africa. I was already planning and to get tickets for our second visit. And as I began to meditate more and more, my spirit was just saying, it's time to just permanently go back. Something was moving me, like really moving me to move instead of visit this time around. And so I said, you know what, if this is truly, an authentic, pushing of the spirit, then I know that the universe will support me. And so I sent an inquiry out to the universe. And you're probably thinking, well, Mahogany, how do you send an inquiry out to the universe? You simply put forth actions, and if all goes well, and it doesn't mean that things will go 100% right, because there's a learning, and there's learning and lessons to learn in everything that we do. However, if for the most part, through all of your actions and the steps that you're taking to accomplish something, if you are able to proceed through, if you are able to get things done, if everything is pretty much lining up for you, and even the mishaps, you learning from them, and then you go and try it again and it works out, that's an excellent indication of the universe supporting you. If you are getting pushback at every turn, meaning nothing you are doing is working in your favor, then, you know, and you're trying multiple times, you know, I would say maximum 3 times, and you're trying, you know, and you're doing everything that you know that you can do, gathering all the information that you need to gather, and you're putting forth that action, and you're still not getting the support, then that is a good indication that it's probably just not for you, or it's not time for you to do that particular thing. So I sent an inquiry out to the universe, and I just started to go. I just started to plan things, and things are coming along. The universe has absolutely supported me and confirmed that this is what we need to be doing at this juncture. So I'm excited. So we will be going to West Africa initially, so we'll hang out over there. I definitely will be going to Sierra Leone at one point to visit the land of my ancestors, my grandfather. My great-great-grandfather is Wallace Acuna Johnson, and so he's a well-known activist. He was a labor activist, and he was into Pan-Africanism, and he was all about ensuring that his people were treated fairly, were treated justly, and that the work environments and the pay, that his people were being paid what they were due, and that the conditions that they were working in, that, you know, they were safe, and so that's, you know, that's what he did. He was also an excellent writer, and so he traveled all around, and Sierra Leone was his home, and it was where his parents were raised him up. And so I definitely want to visit there and learn more about my great-great-grandfather, aside from what has already been told to me by surviving relatives, and hopefully I will be able to meet some of my other relatives that are there. So I'm really excited about that, to learn a lot more than what I have already learned, you know, about my great-great-grandfather, Wallace Acuna Johnson. It speaks, it really helps me to understand why I am the way that I am. I'm always about truth. I am always about justice, especially as it relates to my people. I'm always one to speak out against injustice. I'm always one, you know, to dispel lies with the truth, and never afraid to state the truth, regardless of the backlash, because I understand that in the times that we are in right now, that the truth has been turned into a lie, and a lie has been turned into the truth. So those of us who are standing up for truth and standing up for justice, a lot of times we are ridiculed and we are ostracized, and a lot of times, you know, we feel like the odd person out because the world has accepted this for the most part. So I feel, you know, quite often that, you know, I'm out on the sea, like, by myself, because my people just, it's just like they are not even coherent half the time. It is just like, well, aren't you gonna say something? Don't you realize that was wrong? You know, and oftentimes, like, well, you know, I just didn't want to get into it. You know, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I don't wanna cause any trouble, you know, especially, you know, in the workplace. It's really docile. Let's lay over and roll over and allow, you know, the powers that be to treat us any old kind of way. And it's time for us to really eradicate that fear. And it is time for us to eradicate that docile characteristic because that is not the stock that we are made of. And there is absolutely no way that we would have been able to progress in the way that we have if our ancestors had that type of spirit, that docile spirit, that fearful spirit. There is absolutely no way that they would have been able to accomplish the things that they were able to accomplish to make a path and a way for the generations to come, so that we can continue the legacy, so that we can continue the fight, because the fight has not ended, FYI, just in case. You know, we get very complacent because we're comfortable, we get pacified, but the fight is not over. We still have not been restored as a people. So the fight is not over until we have been restored, until we have our sovereignty, until we have our lands back. So the fight is not over until we restore our royalty and our majesty. And so I cannot wait to return back. I know that there is going to be even more spiritual revelations that I will be able to experience while I'm in the land that my ancestors once called home and still call home, and the place where where my ancestors, our ancestors were ripped away from. So I return with them, because I am my ancestors. We are our ancestors. And so we have to continue the fight, to pick up where our ancestors left off. So stay tuned. So this is the new channel. The new channel is Journey Through Alkebulan, and I welcome you all to subscribe, to like, and to comment. There's going to be some awesome content on this channel, and please continue to like and subscribe and comment to my other YouTube channel, Mahogany Speaks Truth. So this channel will be dedicated particularly to our journey, my sons and I, our journey back to the continent. I'm going to be bringing to you all step by step everything that we're doing, from the visas, the requirements to enter into the country, the cost of our ticket cost, a cost to ship our things, everything that you need to know, and anything that I don't cover and you wish to know, just comment and let me know, and I'd be more than happy if I am able to provide you with an answer. So I am really excited to bring you all along this journey with us. I am really, really, really excited, and I just cannot wait to put up some more content as we move along on our journey back to the continent. So until next time, beautiful people, I love you. Peace, love, and light.